How do we introduce ourselves?
I think we should just go right.
Hello, welcome to In the Wulff Den. I'm Bob.
I'm Will.
So you don't have anything planned for us to say?
I got nothing.
All right, I got something.
It's all on you.
Apple just came out with they just announced their 2 new phones.
Right.
It's got a 64-bit processor.
That's cool.
It's one of the first phones that's going to have a 64-bit processor. The operating system is going to support the 64-bit processor, which is like amazing.
Yeah.
The best thing about it, controller support. Nintendo is number 1 in the handheld gaming market.
Yes.
Their biggest competitor is Apple.
Right.
It's not PlayStation.
Right.
So this is going to give them a run for their money.
Yes.
I think.
But there hasn't, probably because it is like every quote-unquote real game type game that's come out, you know, with like an analog stick and like those Modern Combat games or like when they port Sonic the Hedgehog over, you know, they had to use the touch controls, which suck.
Yeah.
With the touchscreen, you shouldn't try to emulate this.
Yeah.
You should try to make it work for a touchscreen.
Exactly. Like that's why Angry Birds
works so well. It's
like
cut the rope, and even something like Tetris works really well on it. You can't force that kind of control into something that doesn't have that kind of control.
But what I'm trying to say is they're going to have a Moga equivalent. And I'm a very big advocate of the Moga. I have it for my Android phone, and it's phenomenal, but it has a lot of problems. It doesn't work half the time.
Well, yeah.
But when it does work, it's phenomenal.
That's the problem with like third-party stuff. Yeah.
But, I mean, Apple will eventually get their hands on a good controller, and then all the games will start using it. Something just like the Moga. The
whole appeal of phone games is that you just take it out of your pocket and you just do it.
Right. No, you're right.
So
the thing with the A7 chip is that the graphics are so great that you'll be able to play games that are real games. It won't be like dumbed down for the phone.
The whole thing between real games and like not real games, like that's a whole nother topic. But you know, traditional gaming experience, you know, with something like this, that's still not exactly perfected. I don't know. I mean, a physical controller will definitely help, but I don't know if it's going to take it to the level of like where Nintendo has brought it or where even Sony's tried to bring it.
Apple's not concerned with it at all. They could care less, but they already did. They're crushing they're crushing mobile gaming markets.
Right, without even trying. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Which is weird because like you think they're crushing it, you think they take advantage of that.
Right.
You know, and if they don't want to take advantage of it.
Well, who's to say that they won't now?
Well, the gaming's never really been Apple's thing to begin with. Like gaming on a Mac is still a novelty despite Steam's efforts.
It just kind of happened. People started developing games.
Yeah. I just don't see it happening, you know, in the immediate future like everybody's predicting.
Well, not immediate. I think this iPhone, they'll come out with a bunch of controllers. Because now everybody's they'll come out with a controller. That it'll look something.
May I? We're brothers. It's fine.
It'll look something like this, and everybody will see the layout and then develop games around that specific controller, and then I think we'll be set. I think they'll have some great mobile games.
Yeah.
And I think like 20, 30 years in the future, this is me rolling the dice, making a big gamble, but I think 20, 30 years in the future, that'll be gaming.
Yeah, probably, but like it's not going to kill the home console market. It's not going to kill the PC gaming market.
But you'll be streaming that to your TV.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
And it'll be sick to be just walking around. So it'll be like, hey, you got your phone on you? You wanna play?
Well, I think that's
play GoldenEye. You want to play the GoldenEye HD remastered? Yeah, all right, whatever. We spent too much time on this topic.
We did.
GTA 5's coming out on Tuesday.
I still didn't play 4. We only own GTA 4 in San Andreas, and we don't get far in either of them. And it's weird because every other Rockstar game
is amazing.
Yeah, and I played to completion. Like Max Payne 3, Red Dead Redemption,
all the Max Paynes.
Bully. They'll like make all these other games to like test ideas that they're going to put into GTA, and then they'll just combine them all into GTA. And I know like they're supposed to be like the best games that Rockstar puts out, but when you sit down and play it sort of feels like a jack of all trades, master of none type game. But I mean, like, we compare it to other things. Like, yeah, you can drive in it, but the driving's not as good as Need for Speed Most Wanted. The shooting in it is good, but it's not as good as like a Bayonetta or a Call of Duty.
I think this one. I think they did a lot of good
This
stuff.
one,
this one looks very promising.
Yeah, this one
looks
actually,
like I might play the campaign.
This is the most excited like I've been for GTA ever.
Somebody did a side by side of the shooting in Grand Theft Auto. That was one of my least favorite things about all the other Grand Theft Autos. The shooting is terrible.
It's atrocious.
But somebody did a side by side of the shooting with Max Payne 3.
Yeah,
and it's almost identical. That was their test, and then
even though like Max Payne 3 was like phenomenal, you know, you put out like a game to test, and then like I sort of almost feel like that cheapens the game itself, you know.
You mean it cheapens the developer a little bit because they're putting out these games just to test?
Yeah, because do you remember that table tennis game they came out with?
Yeah,
that was literally just to test the engine for Grand Theft Auto,
just
for GTA 4.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what that game was for.
They didn't really, you know, like run the engine too hard then.
Yeah.
You know, can you blame them though? Because they
no, I mean
because they released Max Payne 3 knowing it wasn't gonna sell that much. They're making all these other games as tests because they know they're not going to sell as much as Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto cost $270 million to make.
That's more than like a lot of feature films.
But they made all that money back in pre-orders already. So that's why they make all these other games to test for Grand Theft Auto. Because they know all those other games aren't going to do as well as this like blockbuster.
And you know, like I'm not saying like they shouldn't do that. I mean, they're obviously a company who knows how to do it and do it properly. You look at someone else might try that, you know, and it'll cheapen the experience of the one game just because they were testing it out for something else.
Max Payne 3 kind of felt like a test.
No, I wouldn't say that.
It was great.
Yeah.
But I felt like they could have done a lot more with it. It didn't feel as, I don't want to say polished. It didn't feel like they put as much love into it and as much content into it as they did with 1 and 2. I would give it like an 8.5.
I would go 9. I think they especially as the story was
I enjoyed
so
it
good.
a lot. I did. But I felt like there was more that could have been done. This turned into a Max Payne review. I think we should end.
Yes.
Because you need to cut like half of this out. Thank you for joining us here on the Wulff Den. Check out his video on
Comic Book Marriage. Support it.
And check out my video on why Call of Duty is not that great of a game, and I sprinkle in some gaming news in there. Thank you very much. Have a good week.
Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. This is an interesting thing, because this doesn't really affect DC Comics alone, even though since the New 52, more or less all marriages have been extinguished.
Call of Duty Strike Team snuck out for iOS recently. It's probably the most ambitious recent Call of Duty title, with a mix of real-time strategy and first-person shooting.